Hello there, everyone. Am I audible? Is my voice clear? Can
Yes.
anyone talk? Okay,
Yes,
thank
we
you.
can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So, welcome everyone to today's session of our full stack data analytics, and I welcome you all. So, sorry for the delay of 2 minutes as we were expecting some more guests, and as they have joined, so I think we can start the session now. So let's get started. I will take just a few minutes of your time before Faik starts the class and session today. This is about me. I'm working as a senior career advisor here at Transfotech Academy, and we have two offices located at Manhattan and Los Angeles. And we have been in the IT industry for around more than 14 years now. So we work in the US and Canadian job market. So we offer IT programs with job placement assistance to students who want to get into the IT industry and career changers so that they can get into the industry and start a well-paying career as soon as possible. So let's move to the next part. As I said that till now we have provided more than 3,000 plus students a place into the IT industry and more than 65% placement rate we hold with top tier companies. And also about the credibility, we are e-verified and enrolled with the USCIS from the US Department of Homeland Security, offering lifetime career support. So you guys will also receive certification after finishing the program, which you guys can use during a job placement. So about the data gold mine, there's a massive data generation every day. I don't know if you guys know that every day. Yeah, I think Mr. Muhammad Alam, you have raised your hand.
Yeah, so it sounds pretty interesting, sir, that you have already EIN number. But this being said, how are you gonna place us in a job? Just to spice this session a little bit. So how are you gonna help us to start a career?
Okay, so thank you for the question. I'll come to that part. I just finished the slide and then I'll answer a question.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So I was saying that I don't know if how many of you guys know that every day we humans generate around 2.5 quintillion bytes of data, from clicks to purchase to sensor readings, like everything. Like at the moment, like I'm talking to you, I'm sharing you data. So we use data in every aspect of our lives, and the shocking truth is 80% of this data is completely wasted because businesses don't have enough skilled analysts to decode it. And as Mr. Muhammad Alam said, like how do we actually place the students into the market? So our process is after you guys enrolled, we'll get a total classes or live session of around 40 to 45 classes in the next 5 months, covering in total 90 hours. So there will be two classes weekly of 2 hour session. And additionally, after you guys finish it, there will be 1 month of in-house internship, interview preparation sessions, and some live projects. And as we move forward, we will hand you over to a recruiting team who will prepare your resume, market your resume, and additional documentation for your job placement. Suppose many of you have concerns that, okay, will I get a remote job? Will I get an on-site job? How's gonna be the salary? So everyone have a preference. So based on your preference, they will take your information, prepare your resume accordingly, and after that, they will only apply to jobs you want. So it will be more like filtered out jobs, not that randomly will be applying to each of the jobs. Like, hey, we applied 500 jobs for you today. No, the job you want will apply 10 jobs, you will get 8 responses. So actually, more than the numbers, the quality matters to us. So till you get hired, we'll provide you assistance in that every way possible. And if I move to the next slide, as I was saying that there's not enough skilled workers into the market. There was around 2 lakhs and 46,000 jobs in 2024, which is projected to reach around 3 lakhs 28,000 by 2034. And it has 36% growth, one of the fastest growing US jobs, and there is more than 23,000 job openings every year. So it includes growth plus replacement. As I say that if they are not skilled workers, the companies are gonna replace you. So you need to get into the skill market. You need to know the ins and outs, everything to compete with the top competitors who are also looking for a job. And your salary expectation, many of you are still beginners. You guys can expect a minimum of 90,000 of salary every year. And many of you are here career changes, want to upgrade their skills, getting into our IT support, which is integrated with AI. So you guys can easily expect an hike to up to around 1,50,000 every year. And as I said, that many candidates are not getting jobs despite demand. So there is a lot of skill mismatch. Like you know a lot of things, but the recruiters, the companies, they're not looking for that. If you go to LinkedIn, you go to Indeed or Dice, you will see that they have some certain requirements. You need a certain skills to get into a company. So we provide our curriculum, which is based on those requirements, so that whatever you're gonna learn, you can actually apply that to real world. And about the experience gap, you need a minimum of 2 years of experience in your resume to even get an interview call up. So for that case, what we do, we add some experience from our side, and also you'll be doing the in-house internship from us. So we'll be verifying your experience in the resume. So we'll be taking care of that part. And as per high competition, you'll be already getting the skills, the certifications, the job support from our experts who have been working for the last 14 years. So your total, what should I say? It's all covered up by us. So your job is to properly complete the program, get into the market, do the interview part well, and the rest is taken care by us. And all of this data I just shared with you is taken by US Bureau of Labor Statistics and also from the job requirements in LinkedIn. So you can also search it up and see and match if the data is correct or not. And about our programs, we offer total 4 programs at the moment, which includes AI and machine learning, AI-powered QA engineering, cybersecurity generative AI, and our today's topic, the full stack AI-driven data analytics. So currently we're offering all these 4 programs, and today's session is all about the full stack data analytics. And about the requirements of getting into the program, previous coding knowledge is required. And additionally, you just need a minimum of high school diploma to start. And some basic computing knowledge, like very basic. I would say you need a high coding skills or anything to get started. You just need some basic computing knowledge, like you can open some software, download softwares, these kind of things. And no kind of IT background, because most of our students, they don't have any kind of IT background of their own. So you can start as soon as possible, and there is no age restriction. Like many of you are like, okay, I'm 40, can I start now? It's a very pretty number. So if you live till 100, you still have 60 years to earn a good, handsome amount of money and live a better life with your family. So age is never a barrier. And the last part, our instructors. So we have Mr. Fuad bin Saif, we have Ms. Rihanna Kadir, and our today we have with us Mr. Faik Chaudhary, who is a data analyst, a technical lead, who is expert in SQL, Python, data quality automation, analytics, and process improvement. And he's the lead technical instructor for this program. So Faik is with us today. Faik, can you hear me?
Yes, give me 1 second. Make sure my camera is good. Alrighty.
Definitely. I think the students want to see the instructor.
Hopefully you got me.
So yeah, you are. So I'll
Awesome.
hand it over to you. You can continue from here. The students have many
Cool.
questions. You have your part to share with them, so you can continue now.
Alrighty. Hello everyone. My name is Fayak Chaudhary. Mohammed, I hope he answered your question that you had, but we're going to elaborate a little bit more now.
Okay.
So, thank you again for everyone joining. Some of you might be your first time joining the session. My name is Fayak Chaudhary. I've been in the tech industry first as a QA for around 7 years of my career. I'm going to my 10th year now. So I've actually diverged into the more data side. Obviously, AI is the hottest trend in IT. So I'm currently working and transitioning as an AI engineer in my current company. Very well versed in a lot of technologies. When it comes to the data side, very well versed in SQL, Python, and main thing is understanding data pipelines. So just a little housekeeping stuff. We have a course going on that we want to start with you guys, with Enroll students. The course is going to be, our plan is going to be 5 months, 5 months of learning. In those 5 months, we will have we will meet 2 times a week for about 4 hours, 2 hours each session. In those sessions, it'll be like a normal session where I will teach a certain topic, right? You guys will have some in-person labs during the session to validate everything basically that I taught. And then you will also have homework and as well as group projects as well. The reason why we do this way, because we want to mimic the real world experience, right? In the real world, there is a lot of sorry, I had a speech impediment, but there's going to be a lot of real world collaboration, right? In the real world, there's going to be a lot of projects. You're also going to get some time to, hey, Mohammed, here's a problem, try to go and figure out a solution. So we're going to do our best to mimic that in this course within those 5 months. In those 5 months, I'm going to serve as an instructor as well as a mentor to get you guys to the interview part of the program. I'm going to provide you the most support you guys need, right? I'm going to be accessible, and as well as any questions or concerns, you can reach out to me, as well as the instructors. But I need you guys to do your part too, right? What I expect from the students is obviously participate, collaborate, and do the homeworks, do the assignments, because that's the only way that we're going to know that you're learning, right? And that's the only way that you're going to be prepared for the market. The good thing is, while we're doing all this learning and projects, we're going to be building your actual Git portfolio, right? This portfolio will actually be on the resumes that you will discuss during the interviews. So we will provide also other resources. So basically any documentation, any learning resources you need, we will also provide you that as well. Structured, concise, easy for you guys to read and memorize and understand. So you guys will have all the resources you need from me as well as Transfotech. Your guys' job is to make sure you come and ready to learn and ask questions. Again, this is not college, so if you if you don't do well, like no one's going to get penalized, right? But you want to get the most out of it. So the best way is to take it seriously, ask the most questions, so that we can bridge all those, answer your questions, and bridge any gaps that you guys might have. That is the easiest way to succeed in this program. A little bit background about myself. In 2016, I also broke into tech, right? In 2016, I did not come from a tech background. I was working as an account manager at Coca-Cola, actually. Somehow came across a course and then eventually transitioned into tech. So this is the best way to break into tech now, because as everyone knows, AI is very critical and very in demand. I'm sure everyone here has utilized ChatGPT to some extent, and now even more exposure. If you're using Google, you can see Gemini, right? Google's AI agent. So that's why we stress that this is now the hottest way to break into tech. As for some people, they might already be in tech. If you guys want to now shift careers into a more future-proof career, data is a great place to do it, right? Data science and AI engineering is really just progressing going forward. It's not really taking a backseat anywhere. A lot of people might have heard, is AI going to take my job, right? How do we foolproof that? Is understanding AI, understanding the architecture, and understanding how AI is working in the background. That is the sole goal of this course. It's for you guys now to come as beginners, and by the end of it, learn how to build your own AI agent and understand and utilize it, basically, and utilize it for, like, say, ChatGPT. Ask questions, get responses. Okay. All right. If you guys have any questions, feel free to interrupt me, or feel free to message it in our chat right here. As mentioned, this is going to be a remote class. Okay, we're going to be based out of the Eastern time zone. I'm based out of New York. So We will tentatively be expecting to meet Wednesdays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern time. That is the tentative time that we are going to going forward. Now, if anyone decides to enroll and they have a problem with that timing, please let Transfotech know. We will figure something out, obviously. That is not set in stone. We will find a better time if needed to accommodate all students. Right now, Wednesdays and Thursdays, 9 p.m. Question, will you be getting us ready for a specific domain like healthcare? So we're not going to be domain centric. No, this is going to be, we'll be playing around with different types of software, right? Different type of business use cases, like, finance, sales. I'm not sure about insurance, but no, the whole goal of this is to be tool agnostic. Learn all the skill sets you need so you can be ready to do any domain. Domains aren't super critical because in the end of the day, when you have the skill set, you can apply it to any domain, right? It's all going to be the same thing. The data doesn't, like the data for a business or data for an insurance company, in the end of the day, it's still data. Let me answer Sammy's question and then I'm going to get to you, Mohammed, okay? What's the probability of getting a job after completing this training? Now, to be honest with you, in my mind, the probability is very high. I don't want to give a certain percentage behind it. The reason being, because I believe everybody here is familiar with the concept of AI and how AI is being utilized and how popular and how rapidly its usage is increasing by the day. So why now, as Mushfiq mentioned, the job market is coming up with new roles that are AI skill set. A lot of people in the job market right now don't have that skill set yet. That means they are learning and they will be getting there. This is the time for you guys to hop on early to get into the market. So to answer your question, it is high probability, specifically on the data side, because AI and data is so in demand at this point. I hope that answers your question, Sammy. Then how would we clear out the interview? Okay, great. The interview. We're going to do interview prep. Now, at the end of the day, guys, we're going to expect you guys to also do your part. We're going to prepare you. We're going to interview you, mock interviews, interview questions, really getting you to understand how the real world works based off my teaching and our internship program prep. But you guys will also have to do your part also. You'll have to take it seriously. You'll also have to study too, right? The interview prep. So that way we can gauge on how ready you are for the market. Okay? We're going to go over the roadmap shortly. As for the cost, that's going to be a Transfotech question. Mushfiq will answer that in the end of the session. Okay, Sammy? The cost and all that stuff. I'm going to jump to Mohammed's question first. He had his hand raised for a little bit. Mohammed, do you want to tell me your question, please?
Yeah, so I just really, I would like to agree with you 100% that, being a domain specific is going to be a lot more problem because I'm coming from Salesforce background. I used to work in Salesforce industry for almost 4 years.
Me too.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I have like 9 certificates in Salesforce which are active, and I'm also don't have a job like for the last 3.5 months. I'm like really trying to get it, and I'm also doing my master's in data science and AI, and I'm doing my master's, and my school is not teaching that much. So I think taking this course gonna help me out. And I also want to say that you just said that we always have to do our part too. So like switching career is gonna be like for the I think there should be a lot more students in the class that are trying to switch their careers. It's gonna be hard, like how we can able to, let's say if I have 4 years of experience in Salesforce industry, how can I switch up to this career,
Well, the
in a
good thing is Salesforce is very data centric, right? Salesforce
right.
is just a big database. So in that sense, I think you'll be able to catch on quickly. In the end of the day, there's going to be some sort of curve, a learning curve, right, to learn everything. All it's going to
Right.
take is practice and commitment. What I tell all my students is, yeah, we're going to spend 4 hours together in the class. You're going to have to spend at least 2 to 4 hours yourself outside
Every day. Yeah.
memorizing everything, right?
Right.
And then the main thing I tell them is question stuff, right? All right, fine. If you can't figure it out or you don't really understand it, bring it back to the class. That's your job, is to make sure by the end of it you're good with everything that I taught, right?
Right.
So that's what's expected of you guys. For us, we're going to make sure, one, is we provide all the resources, teach everything as clearly as possible. Also making sure all software or projects we do is going to be free of cost, so that you don't have to worry about all that. And then just, nonstop support when it comes to the job market, right? The job market also is, hey, interview prep, like, okay, I got this job description, all right, this is what it's looking like. How are we going to prep with a one-on-one, like say me and you, Mohammed? How are we going to prep one-on-one to prepare for that job, for that interview? So you'll also get that too. It's not going to be always group interview prep. It might be one-on-one interview prep as well.
Awesome. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you so much, sir.
No problem. All right, a lot of questions. Great. I was hoping to get to some stuff, but let's go continue with Mr. D1. What's the time schedule? The time schedule, we're going to be planning to meet 2 times a week. Right now it's tentative on Wednesdays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern time, from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Reason being why it's usually late is because most people who take this class usually have their own jobs or something else going on, families. So we try to make it at somewhat reasonably late hour of the day. If anyone has an issue with that, please let me know at the end of the class, not right now. Okay? The class is going to be 5 months. That is our goal, 5 months. It'll be somewhat rigorous, but we're going to make it fun, right? I want to make it collaborative. I want you, like, I have a big passion for tech, obviously, and I want you guys to also have that same passion and enjoyment. Data is really fun because, as Mushfiq mentioned, data is heavily accrued and heavily utilized right now, right? So I just think it's a great time and a great opportunity to break into tech on a very high demand, in demand side. Okay, so that answers all our questions. Let's get into the curriculum, okay? I'm going to share the curriculum at some point with you guys. Maybe it's going to be them. Maybe it's not even going to be. Maybe it's going to be Mushfiq that's going to do it. But we will get this to you guys if needed, okay? So let me share my screen. 1 second, guys. Okay, cool. Just gonna move some stuff around. Also, sorry, I've been a little under the weather out here in New York. It's been crazy weather, to be honest. Yes, Imad, do you have another question? Sure. What's up?
Yeah, am I audible now? I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Yes.
Actually, the thing is, the reason why I was more of curious about the domain, because I have a project management background. And when it comes to like marketing yourself, putting your resume up, specific, like the recruiters reach out to you based on your domain knowledge, right? I'm not sure.
I mean, that varies, right? I would think they reach out based on your skill set. The domain knowledge, yes, it does. It's a plus for sure. If like, hey, Google, I'm not sorry, let's say UBS, a financial firm, is hiring and you have financial experience, yeah, for sure, it's a highlight. But I think more importantly would be the skill set, right? What are they asking for? Can you do the skill? Can you do the job? As opposed to like, all right, you've worked in finance. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, Imad, go ahead. You can.
Yeah, I said thank you.
Okay. So don't be too concerned with the domain, to be frank with you, because the skill set is what matters the most. As for what you mentioned, you come from a project management background. No worries about that. Our goal for the course is to make sure you get the skill set. When you get to the interview prep and market preparation, Transfotech will work with you individually to, make sure your preparation is more domain centric based on your resume, right? You might have project management background. You might want to highlight some of the stuff. They'll work with you to, fix that up. Okay. Okay. Great. So we're going to share. All right. Imad, you can also put your hand down too if you want. Okay, make sure you guys can see my. Okay, so this is the curriculum, guys. We're just gonna go over that real quick. All right. So this is the roadmap, as mentioned, and I'll share this with you guys. All right. So we're going to start with some data foundations and ecosystem, and then we're going to go all the ways to a capstone project and basically creating our own AI agent, basing our own ChatGPT, deploying it, and then utilizing it. Okay. And in the midst of all that, in between all that, we'll do a bunch of data visualizations as well. So basically taking data, using Python, creating dashboards, as well as Tableau and Power BI as well. So there is a lot to cover, but this should be concise in preparing you guys for the data analysis job role. So the thing is, everyone nowadays you guys have hearing about is AI and data skills, and the main reason why the demand is so high, because as everyone knows now, decisions are no longer made on like a gut feeling. Decisions are really made on models and data, right? Even the normal person, if you go and travel somewhere, say I take a flight out to France, when I land in France, I might want to go have dinner. But most likely, I might not just go and walk around. Some people might, but I might not just go around and walk to the nearest restaurant. I might do some research on Yelp and look at some restaurants. I'm using data already accrued, right, by somebody else for me to make a decision on where I want to eat. Something of this normal nature has now become second nature to us as humans. On the tech side, it's the same thing. So you guys want to break into the data side of tech, or for some other people, like someone mentioned, project management, Salesforce, so you guys come from different tech backgrounds, you might want to future-proof your career. And just knowing Excel, just knowing SQL, and just knowing Python, right now it's good enough, but might not be good enough in the future, because we don't know. There is a lot of disruption with AI in the market today in tech, and I'm sure everyone's aware of that. So that's why this course is outlined to really cover where data comes from, how it's analyzed, how models are built, and how AI systems actually run in the real world. Okay. Some career paths, as mentioned, by the end of this course can be, data analyst, data scientist, BI, business intelligence analyst, machine learning analyst, entry-level data scientists. Entry-level data scientists is a pretty difficult role. So that's what we say, entry-level, AI data engineer, full stacks. But the core of it will be data analyst, right? And the data analyst also does coincide with an AI engineer because they're following the same model. All right. So some highlights, again, 5 months, 40 sessions. That is our goal. That is my goal for you guys, to keep it within 5 months. If we have to go a little bit over, we'll do that. If we have to meet and review, we'll do that. But our game plan is to do it within the 5 months. Okay. There will be assignments. We're going to do a project. And over here, as I mentioned, the support, right? We're going to be creating in GitHub an actual portfolio of the project, right? As you guys might know now, a lot of the times in interviews, sometimes in interviews and recruiters, they might ask you, share your GitHub portfolio. Let's see what projects you've worked on. So we also want to build that too also. And that's good for you because when you get to the interview, you can actually talk about the project that you literally did in the class. So as long as you come prepared, asking questions and really take it seriously, I don't see in my mind why everyone should not succeed by the end of this course. Cool. So some tools and stuff we'll go into obviously as we go deeper into it, but just to give you an idea, we're going to obviously be using Python for a programming language, a lot of SQL, and we're going to be basically starting with Excel and then going into a whole bunch of more deeper stuff throughout the course. Okay. By the end, obviously, you guys should know everything, all the tools and all that stuff. The other thing is there a cost behind using these tools? There's not going to be no cost. These are all going to be free tools. The project is also going to be free too as well. Okay. As for knowledge of the course, right? So some of the knowledge, as I mentioned, you need some preemptive knowledge. You don't need to come here with a tech background or a coding background we will learn Python and how to code from scratch, but we're going to be a little bit more faster paced, right? This is not a software engineering program. So there is going to be some speed, right, when it comes to like the Python portion, learning how to code and then basically using the code for data analysis specifically. Okay. There's going to be a lot of frameworks we're going to be using in Python also. And Python's a fairly relatively easier language compared to like Java or like C#. Those are older languages that were primitive and made you do a lot of things to get to the final destination. But Python's cut it out, made it a lot shorter, a lot easier to use and really to learn. So we'll be learning all that too as well. So any quick questions thus far, guys? Okay. So just to going a little bit over the curriculum, session 1, we'll start off with the fundamentals, what most people struggle with, right? So before fancy models, we're going to learn how to clean messy data, right? Can you find patterns in data, and can you explain the data itself? What are the numbers actually doing? What do the numbers actually mean? We're going to be learning how to use Excel, not as just a spreadsheet tool for data, but we're going to be using Excel as a data inspection tool, a business analysis tool, and a storytelling tool. So that'll be around our session 1. Okay. Then we'll go deep into SQL. SQL is obviously, I hope everyone's heard of it. SQL is a language for databases, but we'll be talking about relational database management systems. We're going to be using a PostgreSQL database server for the class, which I will help you guys set up. I will help you guys get all the data mapped and everything, so don't worry about that. We're going to be learning what MySQL is though, but we're not going to be using a MySQL server. We're going to use a PostgreSQL server. Okay. Then we'll obviously look at some schemas and diagrams, and then we'll learn SQL analytics and actual certain SQL syntax that we need to know. Okay. Again, with the SQL side, we're going to start from the beginning, select from where, but we're going to speed up fairly quick. We're going to speed up to aggregates, straight into joins, and then straight into more data analytical stuff using SQL. Okay. Any questions thus far, guys? So at this point, we'll get to session 3, right? And we'll have a good understanding of data. So we'll move into the Python, okay? We'll talk about what is AI. We'll be setting up Python. We'll be utilizing Python, and then we'll be doing some Python programming. In the beginnings, we'll do variable operators and strings. This is just we're going to go a lot more deeper into that, right? We need to understand functions and actual logic using Python, loops as well. So it's going to be a little bit more deeper than this. This should just give you a basic understanding of kind of where we'll start at the beginning, ground level. And then we'll be moving on to Python basics too. Loops, conditionals, functions, data structures, JSON handling, and then we'll move on to a program. Okay. Okay, great. So now then we're moving on to some session 5, right? Where we're going to actually be moving into the machine learning portion. This is where many people think data science starts, but it's actually after forming the strong foundations in the beginning. The Python, the SQL, the Excel, understanding data. Over here, we're going to learn regression, classification, clustering, dimensionality reduction, and a lot more advanced machine learning concepts. But more importantly, you'll learn when to use which model, how to evaluate models, and how to avoid common mistakes. Pandas, NumPy are different types of data tools we will be utilizing in doing our data analysis in this portion of the course. We'll obviously get deeper into it when we get there. So a lot more to cover, right? We'll be going to data visualizations, which is basically making dashboards of data, okay? And then we'll go into Tableau and Power BI, 2 hot softwares that are commonly used. And then we need to move on to statistics and probability. There is a statistics portion of data. Reason why that is very critical is because in models right now in ChatGPT, we get responses, right? You put in a prompt and you get some sort of response. We also need to really gauge on how strong that response is. So there is some statistics and mathematics involved in prediction models on how good our responses are and how good our responses can be also. So we're also going to play around with all that and understanding those concepts. So linear algebra for machine learning, pretty basic. So we'll be covering some math, but then we'll be going into a lot of probability and statistics. Okay. Any questions thus far? I'm going to the more advanced portion, right? Chapter 2, right? Understanding machine learning now, regression models, classification models, and now really going into the core part of the course and what everything we did before, utilizing all that now. So build predictive models, understand neural networks, and learn advanced data language architecture. Okay. And eventually we'll wrap up with clustering supervised learning. This is eventually after we've built our own models. That means our own large language models, which is basically ChatGPT is the background of it, the heart behind it. And neural networks, deep learning with TensorFlow, how to consistently now train the models. After building a model, we want to see, hey, can we make this model better? Can it give better responses based off the data that we feed it? So all those skills we learned at the beginning will now be coming more into play. Our also game plan, as you guys might have seen, there's going to be assignments. We also want to do collaboration project. I urge all students to work together, especially if you're fairly new to the whole, rather tech or just the data side, because learning together really helps a lot too. So I'm going to do my best on creating group team and group projects so you guys can also bounce your knowledge off each other and kind of work and grow and learn together as well. But I also stress you guys, try to work with your peers. Eventually, when everyone's enrolled and we have the session going, work with your peers and try to gauge on, hey, how can we, succeed together? It's really, I've always seen it being very impactful working together as opposed to working silo by yourself. Okay, so some more stuff we'll go into PyTorch and understand what that is for deep learning, some more advanced architectures, and then eventually we'll get to generative AI. And we'll even now, we're going to learn at the background first on how AI is built. And now we're also going to learn, how to use current AIs, right? How to do proper prompt engineering, how to see how large language model workflows use, evaluation, and model adaptation. So this will be kind of at the front end. Hey, using the model I created, right? How do I use how do I prompt better? What should I expect? We'll get a deeper understanding of, Claude, ChatGPT, maybe basically Claude and ChatGPT for the main, and maybe even Gemini, as just understanding on how to use current AI models to do better prompting. To the prompt evaluation and understanding more on that end, and really understanding how to use AI models that have already been built out. So beginning first, learning the data, working with and building our own models, and then training the models, and then you actually utilizing the models we built. So you'll get an end-to-end picture on basically how ChatGPT works today. That's kind of the goal of the entire course. Any question, Mr. Azim? Maybe not. Okay.
Yeah, everything is good. Like I think my mic automatically got unmuted.
No worries. No worries. So we have a lot more stuff to do, right? We'll eventually get to responsible AI. There's ethics behind it, right? Someone said over here they might have did cybersecurity. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's definitely ethics and stuff behind it in the work field with AI. So we'll learn a little bit of understanding that, right? And then applied generative AI workshop, and basically, utilizing multiple agents to do things for us, right? Maybe on the testing side, maybe on the deployment side, right? How can I use AI to deploy code? Things of that nature. So we're going to slowly build and grow to that point. So at some point, we're going to get to towards the end of it and understanding Docker, continuous integration, continuous deployment, APIs, LangChain. So basically now, I don't want to say what basically, it's actually going to be difficult to say the least. But what our goal is now utilizing utilizing our AI agents for different purposes. Deployments, continuous integration, continuous testing, APIs testing, creation of APIs. So a lot of the software engineering stuff that's done today that can be automated using AI, we're going to also accomplish in the course. Now, is it going to be extremely extensive? Am I gonna build an app and a complete software application using my AI model and then deploy it to the real world? Probably not. We're gonna build maybe dummy web pages and dummy web applications. It's not gonna be super intricate, but we're gonna see the whole concept, right? Of using an AI model, building a software using the AI model that we built, we trained, and then deploying it into reality, the actual software itself. One of the main things is that we're going to understand data flows, right? From the data to the model, to the API, to the user interface, and then also the business impact. We also want to understand business use cases because I want to keep it tied to the business, right? Tied to, in the real world, what challenge are we solving with you utilizing this AI? Right? In the end of the day, the business dictates kind of how the software, engineering team, but even let's say the whole data team is going to be working on, right? Because in the end of the day, business means they want to see a monetary return. They want to see a return on their investments. So we also want to understand how can AI also help minimize, right, business costs and increase business profits. Okay, so we'll also be gauging a lot of that stuff in the course. And then eventually we'll move into the big data portion of this, right? Working with big data. What I mentioned with the full stack integration, basically building in sort of an app and then deploying the app and then moving on to our final project. So that'll be sort of the course outline of what do we want to accomplish within those 5 months. And within those 5 months, from a high level, what we want to accomplish is create our own AI agents that do and trained the way we trained it, and then have it serve multiple purposes in engineering, such as building a website, deploying the website, testing the website, and things of that nature. That is our main goal for in those 5 months. And I'm confident that everything we're going to cover, you're going to see slowly by slowly that we're getting there. It seems like a lot now, but slowly by slowly, we're going to be building upon all these building blocks. And by the end, you won't even notice it. Like, oh, wow, I already built an AI model, and you'll get a real hands-on background picture of what people are doing in their day-to-day today. Everyone who uses ChatGPT to do their job, you're going to be basically understanding the background architecture and how that works. So any questions thus far, guys? I know that was a lot. So this document, make sure I'm sharing with you guys. This course outline we will share with you after the class. So you guys can take a look at it. But any questions? Okay, Mushfiq, you still there?
Hello. Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay. So do we want to wrap it up and do a Q&A?
Yeah, definitely. So if you're over with your part, and I think the students have some questions, so we can move to the Q&A part.
Awesome. So that's the course curriculum that we want to cover. We've spoke about the goal, right? What our goal is. I've discussed what we're going to bring to the table, the support, the resources, the expertise, right? What you guys need to bring to the table is the dedication, the passion, and as well as, the eagerness to learn and succeed, right? So we have no doubt that you guys won't succeed as long as you can follow a program and try your best, right? The one thing I want to talk about, the data, the job market is extremely popular for data analysts right now. As Mushfiq mentioned, data analyst roles, entry level, starting at 90,000, but you can easily start off with 100, 110,000 as a data analyst one. That means it's entry level data analyst. Okay. And a lot of the skills they're going to require, some of them is going to be heavy SQL based. We're going to go even way deeper into that. So our goal is to make you guys proficient for entry level and senior level positions. Okay. All right. So let's start with some questions. Mohammed, do you have your hand raised?
Yes, sir. So my question is gonna be like that you think that you said API, continuous integration, continuous development, and all the deployment stuff. So a lot of the things that I'm already familiar with, and so like basically we are making like a chatbot and stuff like this.
Yeah. So basically, we're not a chatbot, but we're going to build an AI model, a large language model that can, you can feed prompts and get responses.
And so like I don't have that much experience working with Python since Salesforce backend language is like Apex and
Apex, they love Salesforce loves making their own technology for everything.
That's right. That's right.
Love that.
Like the very first question that you answered that we are not domain specific, and I really love your answer. And
Yeah.
basically, you bought me over there, and so being a Salesforce, like domain specific is really hard for me to upskill the skill set that I already have.
Well,
So
the
like
good thing is Salesforce just copied everything else, right? So like if you know Apex, Apex is object oriented. So literally Python is Apex. It's just even easier. It's object oriented programming. So same thing as variables, data types, loops, if conditions. So if you know Apex, you'll be able to catch on Python fairly quickly. It's just different syntax. And same thing with SQL, right? Salesforce uses SOQL, right? So it's literally the same thing as SQL.
Salesforce object query language, correct?
Exactly. So same concept, just like you use SOQL for objects in Salesforce, you're going to use SQL for tables in a database. Very similar concept. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay.
Great. All right. Mr. D1.
Yeah. Hi. Thank you for giving me a talk. I'm just wondering. I have two questions. My first question is, so actually, is there any kind of difference between MySQL and PostSQL? I mean, because I use the version of MySQL, but I don't know the PostSQL. Is there any difference on the version?
Well, Postgres, they're the same thing. They're just different database. They're just different servers. That's it. We're just going to be using PostSQL server. We're not using a MySQL server.
Oh, the command prompt will be the same, right?
Come again? I'm sorry.
Command prompt will be the same, just like join or.
Yes, the syntax is going to be the same. It's still going to be the same SQL language. Yeah.
Okay. And my second question is, you told to mention at the end of your presentation that as a full-time work professional, so actually I'm available on Saturday and Sunday night. So is there any option to continue the class on Saturday and Sunday night? Because those are the available slots I have.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't hear everything, but I think I heard what you said. So you're saying, can we do the weekends? Is that what you asked?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest with you,
no,
we'll figure something out. Like I said, it's not.
I'm not trying to push it, but I just want to take the opinion.
Yeah. No. Thank you for letting us know that. We will figure it out. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have any problem. We're going to have to decide as a class together what is the best time. So
in the middle of the sorry, yeah, you can continue. Sorry, I mean just a simple reason. I mean, in the middle it's better to continue in the middle of the week rather to take it at the end of the week. I mean, Saturday and Sunday is off, so those Sunday night and Saturday night will be
Yeah,
uh,
because people, a lot of people have lives, and weekends people tend to
yeah,
do
I'm sorry. Yeah,
errands.
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm doing. So that I don't want to be that much selfish, but I'm just wondering. I mean, I don't want to push you
Yeah.
the work.
We'll
Just
figure something out. Listen, don't worry about it. We'll figure something out with the time that does accommodate you. Just let us know, whoever's your point of contact in Transfotech, and then we can figure something out, okay?
perfect. Thanks so much.
No
That's
problem.
all.
You still have your hand raised. Did you have something else, Dimon?
No, sorry. That's all from me. Thank you so much.
Okay. Mushfiq, do you want to cover the cost or anything for the courses? Did you want to go over
Yeah,
that?
I think many of the students they have some queries about the cost and everything. So I'll just share our website here. I may share this screen if you give me the permission.
No problem, of course.
Yeah. So can you guys see my screen, which is shared?
Yes.
Okay, so here is our pricing plan. So there are three packages available, whichever is convenient for the student. There is the one-time payment plan, the monthly installment plan, the 5 monthly installment plan. So whichever is convenient for them, they can always choose to enroll in that plan. And yes, definitely, every plan has its own perks. So if you go for the one time, it will cost you less. You go for the installment, it will cost you a bit higher. So whichever is convenient for you guys, you can go for it. And definitely, yeah, scholarships are always available for meritorious students. So if you think you need some scholarship support to enroll into the program, you can reach out to your designated advisors. Or if you don't have any designated advisors, you can reach out to me. I can share you my number and email address. You can reach out to me directly, and I can assist you in applying for a scholarship. So yeah, this is all from my side. And if you guys have any more questions for me about the program or FIC regarding the course or anything, you can directly ask for us.
Yes. So, as for someone reached out to you guys, right? So you guys have a point of contact in Transfotech. So please reach out to them for, basically the pricing and all that stuff. Any questions regarding the course, you will reach out to me. Classes, learning, things of that nature, the market. But any questions so far on this?
So,
Well, yeah,
sorry, sir, for interrupting in the middle.
no
Like,
problem.
say, if I have like a one-on-one question, Chaudhary, can I able to talk to you as well?
100%, 100%.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, the enrolled students, they can definitely reach out to FIC anytime. You will have access whenever he is available. He can contact with the students. And if the students who are not enrolled, you want to talk with Mr. FIC, you can reach out to designated advisors and they can fix an appointment depending on his availability. And additionally, as I was saying that if you don't have any advisors, you need a point of contact. So here are my details, my number and our office address. You can call me anytime and I'll be able to assist you.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Because I'm going to put also my number and my email in the chat for you guys.
Please do, man.
Feel free to message me. Um,
That would be great.
anyway, quickest way to message me would be WhatsApp. As for the course, right? As for the course, I'm going to be always accessible for you guys. Okay. So as for the course, when we actually start and the students are enrolled and we're up and going, you guys can reach out to me whenever. I will respond at least within 5 to 10 minutes, the latest 10 minutes, but usually it'll be instant. Okay. So I'm very easily accessible and I will be accessible throughout the entire time. My number is 737. Okay. Here's my number. All right. My email and my name as well. So any last questions before we wrap up? So today was a intro webinar, right? As mentioned, we showed you guys the course, what the game plan is, some statistics on why data analysis is the market to go into right now in tech. But going forward, the classes will be 2 hours long. Okay, so this was only 1 hour. Mr. Azim, did you have a question?
Yes. So first of all, thank you to Mr. Mushfiq, to you, Shaikh. Uh, I learned some basics. I have no background of IT or data or something, but I
Yes,
really want to learn some, not to become like the really employable kind of stuff, but data analysis as the need of the future or as the need of my own self, or maybe like for my own business and stuff. Plus,
exactly.
employability might be a thing. One thing, your number is still not here. We are
Is it
still
not? Are you guys not
no,
getting it? I keep sending it.
it's not in there, right?
It
So
is.
that's one part. I can't see it. Like, it's like not for everyone. You should select to everyone and then you should send it.
Because
Maybe
I'm
like,
sending it to host and panelists. I'm sorry.
yes,
My bad.
so
I
that's
just
how
sent
it's
it to
working,
everyone.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
sending it to
So yeah.
Mushfiq. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, maybe you need a class on that as well. So, but it's okay. Just kidding.
I need a
Just kidding.
tutorial on Zoom.
No, we're just kidding. Just kidding. So everything is great. I'm very like kind of impressed by your situation, the way you
Great to
guys are
hear.
working.
Great to
Especially the
hear.
best part. The best part is like helping building a portfolio and giving the experience. That might
Yes.
be something that is perhaps the biggest edge here, because like for a newbie, nobody
Mhm.
would be like there will be some people like looking to hire you, but still with your help. But like with having some projects on the GitHub and some experience in your portfolio, that is something I think like the best part in your program. I'm really
Very
impressed,
critical.
and yes, very critical. I understood that, and I'm very thankful for you guys for reaching out to us with this, proactiveness. And let's hope we all together will be successful in future with this, inshallah.
Yep. I'm very passionate about tech, but I'm also really passionate about helping others. So the thing is, one thing we've learned is that the market's also got more and more advanced. So having concrete examples of the work you've done and you can talk about it means a lot in an interview, right? Is saying, hey, your resume looks great. When I can say I've actually done this stuff and I can talk about what I've done and explain to you, really showing them your understanding of the data side, basically. So good to know. The one thing I do ask of everyone is, guys, the main thing is I'm here to help you as long as you help me help you. So if you can put all in your effort, I'm going to put all my effort, and then I don't see any way why we can't succeed. Okay. Alrighty. Any other questions, guys? My number is there now.
Yes.
Everyone should get it. My email's there too as well.
So sorry for interruption and asking, because I understand nobody else
No
is
problem.
asking questions. So like I have it. It would be so helpful for all of us for making some like right decision to join the course and stuff. If you can share some success stories with us, some real success stories with your training.
Mushfiq, if you can get around to it, for sure.
Yeah, so I think students are done with their questions, and you pretty much covered all the things. Thank you for your interactive session today. And I don't think anyone has any more questions. If you have, you can ask now, or if you later remind of any questions, you can, as I said, contact me or your advisors, and we'll try to assist you. And it's quite night here in New York, so I think we can end the session tonight. And tomorrow, our advisors will reach out to you, or you can reach out to them, vice versa. And thank you all again for joining the session today. Thank you, Faik, for taking the class, taking the session.
Most welcome.
And so, yeah, I can end it now, I think. So, thank you all again for joining. Take
Thanks,
care.
guys, for
And
joining. Looking forward to getting to know you guys. Have a good night.